Previously on The Silver Lining.
Pandora's box? No. No, that's impossible!
That's right, Rosella.
What? Who's there?
Pandora's beautiful box.
If you're gonna follow me, then face me!
You were the only one who could do so, sweet Rosella. You alone could find and retrieve the Pandora's box for my black cloaks.
Who are you? And why have you done all this?
Your family and ours, we've always crossed paths.
Enough is enough. Help! Somebody get me out of here!
This box once rested in Tamir, locked up behind enchantments we could not breach. And now, here it is, as real as you or I, and within my grasp at last. You have an incredible power.
I want you to leave me and my family alone!
You'll see. Once the box is open and the power is mine again, I won't have to tolerate you and your family getting in my way any longer. But first, there's something Amma has to do for me. She has a destiny to fulfill.
You can tell your cohorts that I will do whatever is in my power to protect my family.
All in good time, little girl. Now just sit here quietly while the adults talk.
townspeople, friends, all of you. I spent all morning preparing a speech. It was sitting on my bedroom desk as I prepared to come here. There it lies still. I wish to speak to you not as a queen, but as one of you. I know many of you pose the question of whether King Alexander shall recover from this dark enchantment. I understand if you feel we are kingless and wonder what shall become of the Green Isles. I only wish he could be by my side now, saying that all is well. Us, the people of the Green Isles, we must face this dark hour. Last night, there was a storm out there. Today, our sun is shining again. I hear news that people are afraid to leave their homes. But I also hear news that the businesses are still running. I am glad and thankful for that, as this shows how we, the people of the Green Isles, have strong hearts, good faith, and that we are not easily defeated by adversity, as dark and unknown as it may seem. King Alexander will awaken from his sleep. This man you see among you, his father, King Graham of Daventry, is not only already working on it, but he has a plan and a solution. It will be just a matter of hours before you can come back again to see your king, perhaps as soon as the end of the day. We have overcome many adversity in the past, and we have only become a stronger community. This, too, shall make us stronger. I ask to return to your daily lives and show whomever it is that is trying to set us back that they cannot do so, for we will go on, and our lives are still our own. Let us show those with treachery and evil in their hearts that they may have won this battle, but we will surely win this war.
My pockets are getting a little heavy. I'll just put a few of these things away for now.
Have you found anything relevant about the cloaked man at the wedding?
No. I've sent emissaries to question and search all over the Green Isles, but we haven't been successful. No one has heard of or seen the stranger before.
You surely must have a hypothesis.
I don't base investigations upon suppositions. Only when I have a solid set of clues can I give you a report.
terrible storm that brewed up last night.
Alexander keeps old mementos from his first visit to the Green Isles here. He told his father that he used to exchange them with Hakim, the pawn shop owner. But once he settled down, he went back to the shop and bought them all to remind him of how he came to rescue and marry his true love. Graham feels a little guilty about taking his son's personal things without his or his wife's permission, but he knows they would not mind if they knew he was taking it to aid him in his quest.
Relaxing to the music?
Hello there! Yeah, one's gotta do what one can. One can't let these tragic events take hold of oneself.
Very beautiful melody. What is it?
Something to remind one of home.
Ah, home. Rosella told me the story of how you traded her your flute for the lute you are playing now. I was wondering, Pan, how would you like to go back to playing the flute again, huh?
One must admit one has been having difficulty tuning one's lute lately. It would be nice to play the flute once more.
I may need that lute to help Rosella. I will give you this flute in exchange for it.
Destiny works in a very funny way. Rosella gave oneself this lute during her adventure in Tamir. Now it is needed to save her. One would be most glad to do that.
Thank you, Fairpan.
I feel old.
We just need to work a little harder, and then with the money to fix the balloon.
It's hopeless. No one wants to buy a used magic carpet. We haven't sold one all week.
We'll figure out something for you. Just be optimistic.
Fine, Chloe.
These passages of time, and these worlds of late, our broken images in these mirrors tell the hour of our pains. But these stars have forgotten, and they should never forget, the lost spark of our eyes, so they may shine once again. For once we scare away our fears, and let our need for one another grow, we shall have from happiness its keys, and from eternal love its open doors.
One of my favorites. I have several copies of that book, too. You may keep that if you like.
Thank you very much. It'll help me relax while on the sea.
Fine garments from here and lands to the south. Get them.
Excuse me, I couldn't help overhearing and wondering. You're trying to earn money to fix a balloon?
Yes, but don't think it's something frivolous. This is our livelihood that's been destroyed.
I'm Ryu, and this is my brother Amar. We're the famous Montco brothers.
Graham, it's nice to meet you, though I admit I haven't heard of you myself.
We used to run a hot air balloon service. Tours of the Isle of the Sacred Mountain from the air, the way it was meant to be seen. But Lord Azur refused to let us give any tours after that reporter fell out.
I told him not to lean so far over the edge.
And now the balloon's ripped, so we can't even try to take our idea elsewhere.
I see. And you can't just repair it?
We could, if we had any cloth or thread strong enough to sew it together, or the money to pay for those things. But since our business went under, we're broke.
We've taken up trying to sell used magic carpets, but the business is terrible, and no one wants a used magic carpet. They're just not as plush or as reliable as the new ones.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So are we. I don't suppose you're interested in a used magic carpet?
No thank you. I've had some questionable experiences with them before.
It figures. Well, if you change your mind, or think up any way to repair a balloon, let us know.
Thank you.
Stop by again.
Good day, sir. May I interest you in some of my finer garments? I can see that you are a man of good taste. Perhaps an embroidered tunic or a traditionally styled robe?
Thank you, but no, madam. Your wares are beautiful, but I have no need for any today.
No need for them any time, for that matter.
Very well. Tell me when you do have a need for any, though.
Never is the right answer.
Hey.
Dagnabbit! All that flame, but not one genie. Worthless.
This object...
Good day, merchant.
Huh? Oh, you again. Hello. Have any old lamps to trade for a new one?
I couldn't help but notice this new lamp you have. It's rather volatile.
I know. And no genie either.
I hope you find it, or someone who's interested in trading who does.
Club.
Hello, good.
Hello, human. A little bird has told me that you have been trying to access the high winds.
I have indeed. Can you help me?
Maybe. What is it you need help with?
I must thank you again for the help you and your sisters provided.
We are glad to have helped you in these times of trouble, human. Are your children any better?
They will be better, once I find all that I'm looking for.
Even if it takes you far and wide, to places unknown and beyond?
I've traveled that far before for my family, and I'll certainly do it again if I need to. I have been trying to access the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. I feel that there is valuable knowledge there that could help me, but I can't get into the city unless I can fly. I don't suppose you know of anything that would help.
I once came across a very interesting item. Lost in sea. It was a pair of winged shoes.
Winged shoes? That could be exactly what I need. As a matter of fact, I recall Lady Ariel vaguely speaking of such a thing. An artifact that would allow humans to fly.
When I found them, I was very happy at the idea of flying for a moment. But then I realized I have no feet to wear
Then again, you have the vast sea at your disposal.
I do. And I love the sea. But the seaweed is always greener on the other side. I see the birds moving through the air like I do in the water. And I want to know what it's like. So I kept the sandals, just in case I should ever find a way to use them.
I don't suppose you would be willing to let me use the sandals?
But then what if I found feet and had no shoes to fly with?
What if I could find another way for you to fly? Would you give them to me then?
That's a crazy notion. What could you think of to try that I haven't? But, very well. If you can find a way to make me fly, human, then I will give you the shoes in return. I must warn you, though, they were at the seabed for many centuries, and have lost almost all of their magic.
I'll worry about that later.
Then, it is a deal. Find a way for me to fly, and I will give them to you.
I should return to my quest.
Good luck to you, King Graham.
Ready to sail?
Didn't the game take place already? This is really strange.
Now look what you've done! You've gone and scared my king away! Now how will we finish the game? I'm kingless!
Is it my fault he was such a loser, sister?
If you hadn't thrown tomatoes at him, this game would have been finished by now.
And I would have won!
Your Majesties, we have an intruder!
How dare you interrupt our game?
What game? Thanks to you, the game is ruined.
Quiet, sister. We must punish this man. No human has ever trespassed in chessboard land before.
He looks familiar somehow. Off with his head.
No! Checkmate him!
Guillotine, I said!
Checkmate!
Ladies, I am King Graham of Daventry, father of King Alexander. I beg forgive my intrusion, Your Majesties, but I misshaped some of his...
That is no excuse to trespass ones uninvited.
I'm sure it was your knights who let it pass.
Mine? Yours are the good-for-nothings.
You dare!
Any time!
Ladies, the dark that enthralls the king could endanger the rest of the world, including your realm.
That is unimportant. The game must go on.
Sister, I have an idea.
No, no. Your nails.
You are I know your friend. You cat. All right. We've made our decision.
Because you are a king, you'll replace the White King in this game.
But that's
I must
impossible.
protest.
It's been decided. Otherwise, it's off with your head.
Checkmate instead.
I can't play chess. I'm not a chess piece.
Then you are of no use to us. Checkmate him.
Off with his head, I said.
Ladies, if I find the White King and bring him back to you so you can finish your game, will you spare my life?
Maybe.
That's the
I have better taste than you do.
I'm Mama's favorite.
You have an ugly nose.
All right.
Bring the White King back to us, and your life will be spared.
And you'll be rewarded with the evening glory.
What? That's not yours to do with it, as you please.
Of course it's mine.
Since when?
I will find the White King.
You have 1 day. If you don't return by then, we will send our knights for you.
This plan is pathetic. You and your stupid plans.
Mine? It was your plan, you discolored witch.
I shall return before the end of the day.
You are envious of all I have.
You shouldn't have gotten that new scepter. It was mine.
And that locket you got was supposed to be mine.
Ready to sail? How goes your quest?
It goes, but I have yet to cure my children. That was a strange and sudden storm last night.
It was. And I do not like it. There are too many strange things happening for it to all be just coincidence.
What do you mean?
The stranger at your daughter's wedding. The affliction that has now stricken both your children. That of a natural storm. I feel they must all be connected. I cannot be sure how.
I will continue on my quest now.
Look for the signs of Mother Nature.
You have a lot of explaining to do. What's happening to my wife?
What makes you think I know?
Last time we met, you said my family had a role to play in this, and now Valanice is acting not at all like herself. Give me a straight answer.
Soon you'll have to accept the power of the Silver Cloaks as your own, Graham. But before that happens, you must learn what has come before. Take this story with you on your scroll. Read it. It should help you understand what's happening to your queen.
Why are you helping me? That's a good question. Now, what did you do to my scroll?
Over 1,000 years ago, the world was filled with magic and light, and all creatures lived together in harmony. While the sun was in the sky, they lived happy and unafraid. And when the moon rose and the sun went down, they slept peacefully, their dreams as joyful as their daily lives, thanks to the magic of the paladins of the Silver Cloak Society. The Silver Cloaks had long been custodians of peace in the world, using their great power benevolently, protecting the people from whatever might threaten their lives, though few things ever did. They were loved and revered everywhere in the world. Everywhere, that is, except for one place, a dark corner, hidden from the light and the eyes of the Silver Cloaks. A group of power-hungry wizards gathered. They were envious of what the paladins had and wanted it for themselves. It was with this singular goal in mind that the Black Cloak Society was founded. What the Black Cloaks lacked in power in those early days, they made up for in ambition. They experimented with the magic that they did have and learned to twist it into something dark and evil. The more they used this magic, the more powerful they became, and the more their own evil infected them through its use. When they were strong enough, they began to attack the innocent and helpless, and word of their evil deeds soon reached the Silver Cloaks, and so the war began. Lands were ravaged, and lives were lost as it raged on and on. The clashing of the magical societies and their powerful spells brought ruin everywhere. The Silver Cloaks did what they could to heal the damage, but the Black Cloaks were relentless, attacking any time they saw an opening. And so the war seemed unending. Locked in a stalemate, each side sought the means to secure victory, but it was the Black Cloaks who found it first. The Triumvirate who led the Black Cloaks, their most powerful wizards who had sacrificed almost all of their humanity for power and long life, set the sum of their magic to the most daring and dangerous task. They stole from the Fates an artifact of immense power. With this deceptively simple box, they not only increased the power of the Black Cloaks, but when they placed an emblem of evil within it, they were able to begin undoing the good that the Silver Cloaks had done. At first it was their spells, the work they had done repairing the land, but it grew to be more than that. The good